Hello everybody, it's Pina here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make these two lovely starfish. I've used for this project a very variegated coloured yarn, it's called milk cotton yarn, and it's pretty good to work with. It's smooth and really easy to work with, and this particular yarn actually changes colour. So as you can see, it's got the bit of different variation of colours in there, and in this one, the one I'm using probably hasn't got that variation of colour in it because it's a spare ball I have left. So just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you how to make this. For this you'll need a 3mm hook, you'll need a pair of scissors and a needle to tie in your ends. And each of these starfishes are about 6 inches wide and 6 inches long, so it just fits into the palm of my hand. You can have it bigger if you want, or even smaller, depending on the yarn you use. So if you're using a thinner yarn, they'll come up smaller, and if you're using a thicker yarn, they'll come up a lot bigger. So let's get started. For this, you're going to take your hook and you're going to chain 7. So we're going to do a little slip knot to start with. So yarn over, pull through and tighten on your hook. That's your slip knot, and we're going to chain 7 now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 chains. Now you're going to put your hook into the very first one and do a slip stitch. So slip right the way through. So you've got your little gap in the middle, and we're going to work round that. We're going to work round there 15 single crochets. But before we do that, we just chain 1, and that doesn't count as a stitch. Okay, so now we're going to do 15 single crochets right into this chain of 7. Make sure you pull the yarn and sort of tuck it in as you go along. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 15 single crochets into the circle. I'm just going to make sure there's 15. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's 15. Now what you do now is you want to do a slip stitch right into the very first single crochet that you've made. So you just put your hook in and slip the loop through 2. There you go. You might want to tighten it up at this stage. Just pull the yarn and tighten it up a little bit, so you've got a nice even circle. Now for this bit, we're going to chain 1. This does not count as a stitch either, so we chain 1. That's 1, and in the same space you want to do 1 single crochet into that same chain 1 space. So there it is. You just want to put your hook in there, and you want to do 1 single crochet. There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. Now from here we're going to chain 12 because we're going to start bringing up the I don't know what you want to call them, the starfish legs, I guess. So we're going to go we're going to chain up 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. Chain 12. Now into this chain 12 we're going to single crochet into the second chain from the hook, which is this one here, not that one but this one here. So we do a single crochet into the next chain. We're going to do a half double crochet, so yarn over into the chain, pull up a loop, and then for the half double crochet we're going to go through the 3 loops. So that's a half double crochet, and into the next stitch we're going to puff 2. Now puff stitch, this is the puff stitch on the that's used on this project. As you can see, I'm going to show you how to do a puff stitch. So for this bit we're going to yarn over a puff stitch of 2. Some of them are a puff stitch of 3, 4 and 5, but I'll show you as we go along. So the next one is just a puff stitch of 2. So for a two sort of layer puff stitch, we yarn over and into the next stitch, which is this one, put our hook in there, pull up a loop, that's 1 loop pulled up, yarn over, go through, pull up a loop, that's 2 that you've pulled up. Now you want to go through all of these loops and then chain 1. That's a 2 layered puff stitch. Now the next thing we do is we skip a stitch, and the next stitch we do a 3 layered puff stitch. So enter into the stitch, pull up a loop, that's one loop, in again, pull up another loop, that's 2 loops on your hook, in again, and that's 3 you've pulled up. So you need to pull through all of these now. There you go, and then you just chain 1. So that's 3, the 3 layered puff stitch. Now we're going into for the 4 layered puff stitch. So yarn over, skip the next stitch, into the next stitch, that's 1, bring up 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to go through all of those and chain 1. That's a 4 layered puff stitch. You can see that, but there's 2, 3 and 4. Now the next 2 are going to be a 5 layered puff stitch. So what we do now is we skip a stitch again, skip this stitch, into the next one, yarn over, pull through 5 times. So yarn over and enter the stitch. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through all of these loops and chain 1. So far you've done that. Now the last one, the last set of puff stitches, again 5. So yarn over, skip a stitch, so you're skipping that stitch, into the next one, pull up a loop, that's 1 loop, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there you go, five loops pulled up, and you're going to go pull up the yarn and pull through all of these. So, and then chain 1. So that's your first starfish leg. Now we're going to attach that now to the body, the main body, and we're going to skip 2 single crochets from the circle. So that's 1, 2, and in the third one we're going to do a single crochet. So pull up a loop and do a single crochet, and that's attached that first leg. Now you're going to chain another 12 again, so we're going to repeat what we've just done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. 12 again. So again, we're going to do the same thing exactly. We're going to start with a single crochet into the second stitch from the hook. So single crochet, that's 1 single crochet. Into the next stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. So that's a half double. In the next one, we're going to do a 2 layered puff stitch. So that's 1, 2. Pull through all these loops and chain 1. We skip a stitch now and we do a 3 layered puff. So that's 1, 2, 3. Pull through all the loops on the hook and then chain 1. Now we're doing a 4 layered puff, so we're going to skip the stitch and into the next stitch, 4 layered puff. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull through all these loops and chain 1. Next 2 are 5 layered puffs, so enter the second stitch from the hook, skip a stitch and then put your hook into the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. There you go, that's 5. Pull through all of them, chain 1. We're going to do our last 5 layered puff. So yarn over and skip a stitch into the next one. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull through all of them, chain 1. So now we're going to attach the leg or the arms, I suppose they're arms, aren't they? Arms to the skip 2 stitches, and into the third one you do a single crochet. Okay, so you're going to do this all the way around until you've got 5 legs. 5 legs. And when you get to the last leg, just before you finish, I'll show you how to finish off this round. Okay, so here we are. We're back at the beginning. We've done our 4 arms or legs, and we're going to do the final one, and then I'll show you how to work round the edges of the starfish. So the next thing we do now is we're going to do our last leg. So we're chaining 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we'll just continue going along, single crochet, half double crochet, puff 2 into the next one. So that's 1, 2, pull through all, chain 1, puff 3, skip 1, puff 3, you skip 1, puff 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, puff 4, skip 1 stitch, puff 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 1 and puff 5. After that, skip this stitch, next one, puff 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pull through. Now for this bit we're going to just do the last set of 5 yarn over, oops, get some more yarn over, skip 1 into the next one, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1. Now for this bit we're going to skip 2, we're not going to go into that last one, but we're going to go and slip stitch into the first single crochet. So omit these 2 and that last one there, and you just want to go into the last single crochet here. If you can see, just here, we're going to slip stitch into that. There you go. So you've now formed your, I can just show you, all your legs. They look a bit wobbly, looks like a drunk starfish at the moment. But now we're going to just do the edging now. So for this bit we're going to chain 1, and that doesn't count as a stitch, so we're just chaining 1 here like that. Now we're going to go into each of these with a single crochet. So on the top of the first 5 layered puff, we're going to go into that, to that stitch on top. There you go, just there, and we do a single crochet into the next space, chain space, another single crochet into the top of this next puff 5. We're going to go in there with a single crochet into the space between the chain space, another single crochet, top of this one, which I think that's the 4 layered puff, single crochet, the chain space after that, single crochet, top of the 3 layered puff, single crochet, the space after that, chain space, single crochet, on top of this puff 2, single crochet, on top of this half double crochet, single crochet. Now for this next bit, to take us round, we're going to do 4 single crochets into this top bit there, just there, that space there. So there's 1, 2, and work your way round into the same space, 3, 4. So you've done one side. Now to get round to the other side, you're going to do the same again, starting with the top of this half double crochet, no sorry, that's top of this one here, do a single crochet in the top of the next puff stitch, that's the puff 2, sorry, that's the puff 3, we're going to do another single crochet in the chain space, another single crochet on top of the next one, single crochet in between, in the chain space, single crochet, top of the puff, single crochet, chain space, single crochet, top of the puff, single crochet, chain space, single crochet, top of the puff, single crochet. So now you've got your border around it's thickened up the arms, and it looks more like this now. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go to the other side. So because we've got to do all the legs now, I'm going to show you how to do the next one. So you're going to go straight over to the 5 layered puff on this side, and we're going to go on the top of that and do a single crochet straight in between on the chain space, just there, single crochet, top of the puff, single crochet, chain space, single crochet, top of the puff, single crochet, chain space, single crochet, top of the puff, single crochet, chain space, single crochet, top of the puff, single crochet, top of the half double crochet, single crochet, and then we're going to go into this little space here, just here, and we're going to go and do 4 single crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to show you how to go around again. Now for that we're going to go into the first puff 2, single crochet into there, into the top of the next puff 3, single crochet, into the chain space, single crochet, into the puff, single crochet, into the next chain space, single crochet, and so on into the puff. I'm just going to work my way all the way down. And at this end bit we're going to join again and start again with the next row on the legs, the next few legs. That's 2 legs done there, 2 legs, it's 2 legs, and we're just going to do the other 3. So I'm going to let you get on with the other 3, and I'm going to meet you at the other end. And remember, when you start the next leg, you just literally just go into the top of the 5 layered puff and do a single crochet. So you've joined that one. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so we've come to the other end now, the last leg, and we're going to do the last bit to join. So I'm just going to finish off the last single crochets of that row and put my hook into the last puff 5 stitch, and for this bit we're going to finish off with a slip stitch. So you're going to put your hook into the very first single crochet just there, and we're going to do a slip stitch. So just pull through the yarn, oops, let's do that again, pull through again, and then you can tie off. So there's your starfish all finished. Now you can lock it, you can actually press on it, put something heavy on it, and it will just sit flat. Just give it a little stretch, and it will sit flat. So that's your starfish. Just tie in your ends now, that's all you need to do. So to tie in your ends, I'm going to show you how you do that. So the middle bit, which is this bit here, I'll tie that in first. So I'm just going to get myself a bigger needle, just so I can fit my yarn in. And actually I'm going to start with this bit here. What you just do is poke your needle in. Pull it through, make sure it's hiding behind the stitches. There we go. Tie that in. Just going to snip that off. And we can do the middle one now. And just neatly sort of thread that through underneath. That's all you need really, because it stays quite well. And we're going to snip that off. And that's the back side, and this is the front bit of your starfish. So just going to put this nice and neatly flat, make it nice and flat. As I said, you can block it, you can sit on it, you can leave it like this. You can do whatever you like. So that's your starfish, and you can do it in many colours. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please subscribe, and you can see more of my videos. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.